Andy and Jackie, we are here at Hutchinson County, where many homes look like the one right here behind me because of a fire that was hit in the county known as the 687 Reamer Fire. The second panel, Xcel Energy President Adrian Rodriguez tells the committee the power poles and lines identified by the Texas A&M Forest Service and the Smokehouse Creek Fire and 687 Reamer Fire were owned by Xcel, and they are accepting claims for damage associated with both fires.
Whenever we first saw our house, we were all just busting out crying.
Tyler McCain and his wife Alize McCain have 3 daughters, Amaya, 3-year-old Addison, in Arizona.
She's been really strong. She's my oldest.
Tyler says that he is grateful for all the support that he has seen from complete strangers. He adds that even though they lost their homes, he believes the family is a lot stronger because they are together. Amarillo council members have rejected the amended Sanctuary City for the Unborn petition Tuesday night with a 4-1 vote, as well as the original petition with a 4-1 vote. According to the city of Amarillo, the initiating committee by majority votes of its members may require the ordinance to be submitted to voters at the election in November.
Hate to see this go to the ballot because of the strain that it's going to put on the community, but we don't have another choice. It's not up to us.
A lot of misinformation.
Dixon tells us what he expects the outcome to be if the ordinance petition does go to the ballot in November.
So we have not lost a ballot initiative in Texas yet, and we don't plan on losing a ballot initiative if it does indeed go to the ballot.
Courtney Brown with Amarillo Reproductive Freedom Alliance says that the organization has been against any ordinance coming into Amarillo, so seeing the council vote no to both ordinance brings relief and a small victory. Officials with Canyon Air Force Base are calling it an improper deposit of about 7,000 gallons of PFAS contaminated water into a lined retention pond at the base's training area. In a statement sent to us, the Canyon Air Force Base Colonel Robert Johnston, 27th Special Operations Wing and Canyon Air Force Base Commander, says, quote, "We understand the concerns for our community, our airmen, and their families." After the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump that was seen on Saturday, Randall County Republican Chairman Kelly Giles says that everyone should be taken aback on what happened. He adds that in America, it is believed that problems are solved through political battles, not violence.
Anytime you have a leader of what we call the free world, and there's an attempt on that, it's an attempt on all our rights.
Congressman Ronnie Jackson has issued a statement in regards to former President Trump's health following the attempted assassination last week. That story is part of our Democracy 2024 coverage. The statement said, quote, "As his former physician, I was immediately concerned for his well-being when I heard that he had been shot. I was at President Trump's side hours after the assassination attempt and was with him during the Republican National Convention to examine his health and consult on his medical care as he progressed to make a full recovery," end quote. On Saturday, August 31st, Amarillo Police Department was called to the 1300 block of South Avondale on a shooting that left 25-year-old Felita Bailey dead and another person seriously injured. On Monday, APD announced that 22-year-old Dylan Black was arrested for the charge of murder of Bailey. The case against Dylan Black, who was charged with murder after his arrest on Labor Day, has been dismissed. Black's case was dismissed due to the evidence being insufficient. According to APD, due to newly developed evidence and information, it was discovered that there is a second shooter involved in the Avondale homicide from earlier this week. APD asks that Black remains a suspect in this incident, but the decision has been made to drop current charges until further information and evidence has been reviewed. President Joe Biden is promising the full force of the federal government in response to what officials are calling a terrorist attack on New Year's Day in New Orleans. The FBI says a driver killed at least 15 people and injured dozens more when he rammed a pickup truck into a crowd on Bourbon Street. KMR Local 4's Washington correspondent Jesse Tenor reports on the federal response. Of course, when you come out to Maxwell's, there's tons of fun to do, like the hayride, seeing animals, and of course, tons of different photo opportunities. But another really cool attraction is actually right here behind me, the sunflower field, which was planted in a way so throughout the season you can actually see the sunflowers bloom and come about. And with their 17th year, there's tons of new additions, like the maze now being peanut themed. So as you walk through, you can see Snoopy, Charlie Brown, and the rest of the gang. Dr. McIntyre has attended 6 Summer Olympic Games, getting to see some of the best athletes from around the world compete. The first Olympic Games that he went to was in 1984, when the Summer Olympics were held in Los Angeles.
1984, Got to see Carl Lewis win.
The Games will be in 2028, hosted in Los Angeles, a full circle moment for Dr. McIntyre, who went to his first Olympic Games in 1984 in Los Angeles with his wife and daughter, now able to bring them along with their grandsons to enjoy another Olympics. Jackson Schrader is an athlete for one chair at a time and went to the U.S. Paralympic team track and field trials, where he got second in discus and third in shot put.
As a track and field athlete, that's the pinnacle of sports. You want to get there.
Back, everyone. I'm joined with the host of Hey Amarillo podcast, Jason. Hey, Jason.
Hey.
So can you tell me a little bit about your latest episode and the special guest you had on today?
Yeah, so this week's guest is Dr. Vanessa Fiode, and she is an assistant professor of sports and exercise sciences at WT.
For 80 years, you guys have been doing this. Why is it important to have this in the Panhandle, bring this to the children here?
Because, you know, a lot of things have steered toward like maybe club ball, more competitive type ball. Well, Kids Inc., every school we can reach. We're going to form teams in every area.
About that day, walking into the courthouse and knowing that you will have to return your daughter.
Oh, the emotions were, it's hard to explain because I was holding her so tight. I didn't want to let her go. I was crying, I was sad, I was upset, I was distraught, it was traumatizing.
The Gurneys knew they wanted to adopt, and after doing research, they heard about a possible option.
I had a coworker that mentioned to me about a relative that was a young teenager that was pregnant.
Experienced that before.
Tyndall was in the Honor Guard for 7 years, then would serve in the Navy during Desert Storm for 4 years. Excel Construction Group did an inspection on her roof and found damage leading to mold and leaks.
When the smoke came, oh my God.
My High Plains, everyone. I'm Princess Bryant here at the Coffee Memorial Blood Center for the 42nd annual Mass Blood Drive. Now I'm here with the Executive Director, Brad Duggan, to talk a little bit more about the drive. Hey, Brad.
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm good. So can you tell me a little bit about the community and how you've seen people come out so far? A young boy from Swisher County has been in foster care since 2019, but he always had one dream, to have a family. Having a mom, dad, and siblings is all the boy dreamt of, and his former teacher will make that dream come true. Hi everyone, thanks for tuning back in to myhighplains.com. I'm Princess Bryant here at the Coffee Memorial Blood Center for their 42nd annual Mass Blood Drive. This drive is a way to help replenish their blood supply after the holiday season. Quinceañeras was a tradition that began with Aztecs and Mayans and was celebrated in regions of Mexico and Guatemala. Quince, meaning 15 in Spanish, the Mayans and Aztecs saw this age as something to be celebrated for girls to show the transition from a girl to a young woman.
Back in the day, the Mayans and Aztecs, it was like 15, okay, you reach your puberty point, you know, and you are no longer a little girl.
1, 2, 3, hold, 5, 6, 7. For the ladies' turns and crosses.
Bachata and salsa, two dances that have shaped Latin culture through dance and music. Bachata began in the Dominican Republic and has since become popular across the world. It is Thanksgiving. While many have been cooking since early this morning, others took advantage of a local restaurant and their Thanksgiving Day buffet. The Big Texan hosted their Thanksgiving Day buffet for locals to enjoy and also everyone who may be driving through Amarillo this holiday.